We have other good news to celebrate. Did you know John Deere was recently voted America's most trusted brand of lawn equipment? And I can see why. I recently demoed the X739 Ultimate Lawn Tractor 4x4, four-wheel steer, 60-inch cut. There is nothing like it. Support your hometown equipment dealer, Bud Herbert Motors, and learn more at budherbertmotors.com. Now let's play ball.
News, traffic, and weather. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
NATO leaders searching for ways to push Russia out of Ukraine. With the 8 o'clock report, I'm Brian Combs, breaking down.
We are determined to continue to impose costs on Russia to bring about the end of this brutal war.
NATO leaders this morning in Brussels. They are getting together for a summit over how to stop the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Our president's there. The latest from ABC News.
NATO estimates between 7,000 and 15,000 Russian soldiers have been killed in 4 weeks of war in Ukraine. The information coming from Ukrainian authorities and coming out as NATO begins its special session on the invasion. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg at the start.
We pay tribute to the great courage of the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian armed forces fighting for their freedom and their rights.
At the summit, President Biden did not answer a question about the Russians using chemical or biological weapons. However, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said
Vladimir Putin has already crossed the red line into barbarism, and I think it's now up to consider together the appalling crisis in Ukraine, the appalling suffering of the people of Ukraine.
on this one-month anniversary since the start of the invasion, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is urging people around the world to march in the streets in protest. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Now, latest traffic and weather together.
From the UC Health Traffic Center, the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center remains the region's most preferred provider of cancer services. Learn more by calling 513-585-UCCC. That's 513-585-UCCC. Add an extra 15 minutes. And that delay time is growing. Westbound 275 between Milford and Loveland. There's an accident just before you get to the ramp on the bridge that blocks the left lane. Northbound 71 starting to improve after an earlier accident at 275 had a couple of lanes blocked. They're over on the right shoulder now. Traffic runs a bit heavy out of Kenwood. Southbound 75 heaviest in and out of the Lachlan split, and a couple of extra minutes are needed on northbound 75 between Buttermilk and the Brent Spence. Chuck Ingram, News Radio 700 WLW.
Now, the latest forecast from the Advanced Dentistry Weather Center. Are you afraid of the dentist? At Advanced Dentistry, we get it. To learn more about how IV solution can change your life, visit nofeardentist.com.
Partly to mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers, high 54. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 42. Rain for Friday evening, high 49. Highs in the 40s this weekend. From your severe weather station, I'm 9 First Warning forecaster Raven Richard, News Radio 700 WLW.
Right now, cloudy skies, but no rain on radar. It's 46 degrees. Some disappointed spring break travelers this morning. 3 Allegiant flights headed for Florida canceled at the last minute by the airline. Even planning trips to Punta Gorda, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando, scrambling now to make other connections. News Sippers telling us that they've been told Allegiant's having trouble finding crew members to work the flights. 2 years ago, he was busted for carrying a concealed weapon, but instead of going to prison, was put on probation. Now, Roseland man's behind bars for the murder last week at the center of Cincinnati in Oakley.
Cincinnati police say they arrested 22-year-old Anthony McIntosh with help from the Fugitive Apprehension Squad. McIntosh wanted for the shooting outside the Target store in Oakley during the afternoon of St. Patrick's Day, a crime that shut down the store.
This was not an active shooter. It's important for the community to know that right off the top.
Following a huge police response, Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Pureval, the first to speak in the update to the media. The victim, 24-year-old Elias Phillips, died. Matt Reese, News Radio 700 WLW.
Damage $350,000 in a 4-alarm fire in College Hill. That blaze on Hamilton Avenue on the 12th floor of a retirement home. A large number of people in the building. One person died after falling from the floor where the fire broke out. That was where it was contained. There were no other injuries reported. The cause of the fire is not known. Vaccinating little kids against COVID. Moderna now seeking emergency approval to provide the vaccine to children under 5, even though research shows it hasn't been as effective in preventing symptomatic illness in young people as it was in adults.
If it's only 20% effective, that they think, it could only help up to this much, I'm still willing to do that because I feel like something protecting him is better than nothing.
That mom has a 4-year-old son with a weakened immune system. One of the studies into the effectiveness of the vaccine for children under 5 was conducted at Cincinnati's Children's Hospital. Big night for a top 10 Reds prospect in Arizona.
De La Cruz at the plate, bases loaded, the pitch, and he hammers one. Deep center field, that is way back and gone! Elly De La Cruz with a grand slam!
De La Cruz, a 20-year-old shortstop signed out of the Dominican Republic, is likely he'll start the season in Dayton, playing for the Dragons. Reds play the Royals today, exhibition baseball. Listen, 4:05 on Fox Sports 1360. Our next update at 8:30. I'm Brian Combs, News Radio 700 WLW.
This report is sponsored by American Home Tech, Cincinnati's trusted roofing experts.
High stamps, wind, hail, and rain. If you don't like climbing on your roof, call American Home Tech. Jake and the trusted roofing experts at American Home Tech will use their years of roofing claim experience